Welcome to qnawire.
We have the situation in which David is going to jump with an initial velocity in a vertical fashion of 6.66 meters per second. We want to know what is the maximum height that he can achieve. So, to know the maximum height, let's notice that the velocity at the maximum height needs to be equal to 0, because at that point David is going to reach the maximum and then gravity is going to start to pulling him down. So, since velocity needs to be equal to 0, what we're going to do is start with the equations of motion for y as a function of time. This is going to be equal to my initial position of y, that is going to be equal to 0, plus initial velocity times time, minus 1/2 of gravity times squared. In this case, we can calculate directly the velocity as a function of time. This is going to be equal to the initial velocity minus gravity times t. So, since the velocity needs to be equal to 0, what is going to occur is that v0 is going to be equal to gravity times time. So, the time at which we're going to reach maximum height is equal to v0 divided by gravity. In this case, it is going to be 6.66 meters per second divided by the value for gravity. In this case, I'm going to employ 9.81, but if your professor employs gravity equal 10, then you can use that value. So the result is 0.6789 seconds. We can alternatively replace this value over here. For example, y maximum would be equal to v0 times the maximum height time minus 1/2 of gravity times the time for maximum height squared. You can also look at this as maximum y is going to be equal to v0 times v0 over g minus 1/2 of gravity v0 squared over g squared. G cancels with one of the g's, and what we're going to get is y max is equal to v0 squared multiplied 1 over g minus 1/2 of g. Sorry, over here, a little typo, minus 1/2 of g over here. This would be v0 squared multiplied by 1 over 2g. So y max would be equal to 2.26 meters. Alternatively, what you can do is, employing this value for time, replace it into our initial equation and do the calculation. Both of the procedures are going to give the same result. So here I just decided to go for a more algebraic way, just to show you where the maximum height formula comes from in the case for a vertical jump. And with that, it will be all. Thank you very much and have a good one.